It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 30 on second down. Greer, man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Greer. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A play fake. Now Greer to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Greer. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 26. Listen. Hey, watch this flat. Watch this flat. Watch this flat. Watch this flat.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Check the backer. Check. Fresno. Hey, 0. Can't move it. You got to get that. 26 Mike. Let's go, D. Got to go, in and out. Let's go. 26.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Greer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync. stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Check 50, check 50. 14, got it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's our time. Everyone, 37 to Mike 37. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 24, check 24. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They run it with Carson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Wilson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. I got it. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Man, I got you.
On first down, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key to tight end. Everyone, we got 4.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
26 Mike.
Now it's Carson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Bengals nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action, Greer. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Greer's first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Bengals nothing.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Clear, clear.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Greer. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Greer. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards.
40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Two times. 40, alert. Watch 14. Alert 3. Back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Tight ends on Ringo. Going down. Check safety. Safe.
Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Right here. Switch. Check your hot read.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the penalty is Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Greer eluding the pressure right. That's complete to John Ross. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there for the Bengals. 49 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Operating in the red zone now, Greer. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Operating from the gun, Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
At the 31-yard
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the screen. One fluff, 6 months. All right. Here we go. Let's go. One fluff. Now let's get there. 26 months. Check the outs.
From the gun, Wilson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
Bang out. Get up. There we go. 37's the Mike 37.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. Bengals 3.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Greer. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous.
Wilson's pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
That's good.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
10 more yards. Complete to DK Metcalf. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
26 Mike. 26. Go. 26 Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 26, no, 14. Watch the run. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. I'm scared. Check three. Easy.
So that'll back him up 5. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Good job right there. 26 Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Watch the safety creep.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
25-yard line.
Watch the run. 36 pounds. 26 mark. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check. Slam.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game, I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Play action. Now Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
26, money. Front left. You better be afraid of me. 26, Mike. I'm coming after you. 26, Mike. Let's go double count right here. Double count. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check three. Slam. Check.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 26, 50, check 50. Let's go. Check 52.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
1st down, Greer. Man open, it's Goodwin. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Complete.
Marquise Goodwin, 95 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
Rodrigo.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's been a long day for you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, check. Lucky. 40. Check 37. 14. 40.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll find Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Rush in. Hey, alert 3. 40. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the twist. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's taken in by Duvernay. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mike 3. Combo. Squeeze, double. 0-0, Mike 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Whip. Watch the whip. 4 down. 26 Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
26.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
at the 6-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Greer. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 1st and 10, Greer. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for Matt Breida. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Greer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Clinton Dix on the coverage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the score.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Breida on a toss left. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On 2nd and 9, Greer. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just like that. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Get the edge. Come. Switch.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check 15. Go, go, go. Shoot.
Now it's Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And they give this time to the tailback. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Check now. 14, got it. Shoot. Watch out.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Carson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
That's good for us.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nate Gary. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Shaquille Griffin.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Play action. It's Greer. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On 1st down, it's Greer. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard
gain of 6 there on 1st.
And 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Greer. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On 1st down, here's Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
38-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off play action, Greer. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the 2-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Wilson back into his end zone. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a foot race. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.